we shall be discussing Jessie Bates, the player that the Atlanta Falcons have recently signed in free agency this past week. Now, this is going to be a very big signing when it comes to this because it's just a position that we needed. And then when I saw the free agents and I saw that Jessie Bates was on there and how Jessie Bates has been playing, I knew we would have a good chance at signing him. Now, when it comes to Falcons free agency in general, there are some signings that the Falcons have made that I don't necessarily agree with, but I've decided that tomorrow, Sunday, I'll be doing a full Falcons free agency recap for week number 1. And I just want to say this. For some of them, the Falcons have definitely overpaid, but I'm going to just keep it at that. But Jessie Bates, the player that was drafted in 2018, and in the past 5 seasons, he's had 14 interceptions. He had 4 interceptions in 2022. Now, he's going to have a 4-year, $64 million contract with $36 million guaranteed in the first 2 years, which means after that second year, I think the Falcons will have an out. But what do I really think about this move? Well, I look at this move in the case of this. The Falcons' defensive back position is probably going to be what's definitely one of the worst that we've had. Yes, Richie Grant played better and Jalen Hawkins actually looked good. But those guys are still on their rookie deals. We needed an experienced safety, and I'm sorry to say Eric Harris was just not good enough. Jessie Bates is a proven good DB, good safety. So this is going to be a big signing for the Atlanta Falcons. And speaking about the Falcons safety room, that's the room he's going to be going into. And what does this also mean for the Atlanta Falcons safety position? This means that 2 guys that are still on their rookie deals, I believe Richie Grant still has 2 years left. Meanwhile, Jalen Hawkins, I believe, has 1 year left. This means that they're going to get a very experienced I wouldn't even call him a veteran. Yeah, I would call him a veteran. He's been in the NFL for a couple years now. So, a very experienced veteran helping them out in order to help better them in terms of how they play the safety position. Because this season, when it comes to the Falcons positions, one of the positions I'm going to be looking at this year is going to be the safety positions. Because that is, I'm expecting to get better. Especially now with this signing and him helping the young guys out, I'm expecting them to get better. Because the fact that he's had 14 interceptions over the past 5 years, and that's been since he's been drafted in 2018. And he had 4 last year. Keep in mind, I think when it comes to interceptions, the most interceptions by a Falcons player was at least 3. And I think it was I believe it was either Lorenzo Carter or Rashaan Evans. So when it comes to this, I still honestly believe that this signing for the Atlanta Falcons and Jessie Bates is going to be one of the best signings that we could possibly have, and I'm very excited for the future. So it's going to be this is a very short kind of video. Just want to really discuss Jessie Bates real quick. I mean, the 4-year, $64 million, $36 million guaranteed over the next 2 years. That's basically the whole contract right there. It's a 4-year deal, but those last 2 years are voided because he's literally getting all the money from his contract in these first 2 years. And this is going to be the first. These 2 years are going to be where the Falcons can either improve their team to where they can compete for the title, and the second season they can go out and win the NFC South, or this could all go pots up because the way the GM has been spending his money, like I said in the next video, I'll be discussing that. Because the way the GM has been spending the money, and we have the second most amount of free cap space, I'm gonna say I probably don't agree with it, but still, that is it for this Falcons video. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.